I'm surprised that when you were asked how New York's going to be a year from now, you didn't say more affordable. I think that's a concern because that's the big selling point. That
Yeah.
said, if I want to come and visit New York, if I'm a tourist and I want to go to New York, is it going to be a different experience for me? Because it's never been affordable for tourists. Am I the one who's going to pay for all the free stuff with higher tourist taxes and hotel fees and things like that?
No, I mean, he hasn't proposed raising those taxes. So, no, he's proposed a small corporate tax increase and a tax increase on very high earners. So, no, the tourists will not pay more for Mamdani's New York. The tourists just won't participate in all the social safety net expansions. But if there are free buses, they can ride the bus for free, too. You're not going to be means testing it or kicking people out from Iowa. So, look, the free buses can be for everyone. It's going to be an expensive city for tourists. And it's going to take if he can freeze the rent, that'll be a big deal. You bring free buses, universal childcare. It's going to help people. Will you make the city automatically affordable overnight? No.
I appreciate that. Quick follow-up, though. On those taxes that he wants to raise on the residents and businesses, does the mayor have unitary power to be able to do that?
No.
Or
No, you
well,
negotiate
then
the
who needs to be on board with that tax increase?
The governor and the state legislature.
And aren't they already against it?
The governor has, but he's also campaigned with him. He's got a re-election next year. You negotiate. Andrew Cuomo didn't want to raise taxes in 2021, right after the pandemic. The state legislature put pressure on him, and he did it. In Albany, it's all about negotiation. You have a goal. You go up there. You haggle. Maybe you get it. Maybe you don't. But it's doable. The taxes have been raised before. Modestly, you can do it again.
Lydia. Like, it's interesting, actually. You basically said, tourists can come, but they won't have these resources available to them. That obviously actually was a big,
some of them.
Let me finish my question. That was a big issue, obviously, when we did have buses full of migrants coming into the city using a lot of the resources. Do you think that we're going to have more of that? Do you think mass migration is compatible then with Zoran's policies?
Is mass migration possible? I mean, we don't have a current migration wave coming in. I mean, listen, can rent stabilized apartments aren't just out there waiting for migrants? Can a migrant use universal childcare? Sure. I think it's compatible. I mean, it's all going to depend, right? Who's showing up here? New York did survive that migrant wave. Eric Adams said it would destroy New York City. It did not destroy New York City. So I'd say while the migrant wave was chaotic, the federal government should have handled it better. Honestly, Biden should have been taking charge and moving people around the country, distributing them evenly. The reality is, even with this mass influx we had a few years ago, the city's doing fine. So it's not like that brought us to our knees.
Ross, how does your friend feel about President Trump? Does he think that his interactions with the president, responding to the president, will be a daily or regular drumbeat of part of his administration, or that's not a focus of his thinking of how this is going to go?
I'm sure he's thinking a lot about Donald Trump. Donald Trump looms over this city. He's going to be very hostile to the city. He's been open about that. Hostile to Mayor Mamdani. But we'll see, right? I mean, different mayors have different ways of dealing with him. You saw what happened in Los Angeles, where he brought the troops in. Karen Bass stood up to him. The troops ended up leaving. I mean, it's going to be a challenge, right? It's also dependent on the courts too. Trump's withholding money for transportation funding right now. We're going to see how legal that is. So it's going to be hard for him. There's no doubt. But you know what? If Cuomo won as well, it's not like Trump would have given him a free pass either.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.